It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59.
Ready, down,
Hello? You play to win the game. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to the Playcall Sheet on a Monday. I'm Dale. We got Chill Will in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
What's good, Dale? How you doing today, bro?
Oh, stressed out. But, we here. Jake in the building. What's going on, Jake?
Sitting here trying to figure out why I see a Saints fan in the Seahawks jersey.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Well, we maybe we'll get to that. Hopefully, we'll see. But yes, we talking Super Bowl today. Took gonna come in with some props, and we're gonna talk some NFL news. But most importantly, we're gonna preview the big game coming up this weekend. Hope you guys are ready for it. Get your chicken wings and your beer and pizza, whatever else you got, man. It's going to be a good time. All right. Let's get to this thing. The Super Bowl preview. Patriots versus Seahawks. We've seen this already, but we're going to do it again. And of course, since we're on the play call sheet with the two bums, we got to start off with the Patriots preview. The Patriots improved from 4-13 in 2024 to 14-3 in 2025. In the playoffs, we've seen, the playoffs. We've seen Drake Maye do his thing, throwing for 533 yards, 4 touchdowns, adding in some rushing yards, 66 yards on the ground. But, you got the Seahawks defense. They are ranked number 9 in passing yards allowed with 206 yards a game, but they've been vulnerable to mobile quarterbacks like Drake Maye. The New England Patriots led the NFL in rushing efficiency, averaging 5.1 yards per carry behind Ramondre Stevenson's 911 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Travion Henderson. So, Patriot fans, two bums. How are the Patriots going to win this Super Bowl?
Same way they always do. Gritty performance. Defense is going to hold up. Offense is going to do exactly what they've been doing. Scoring points against the top 5 defenses in the league. I'm confident. I've been confident. I've been saying all year this was a winning team.
Ball in defense.
Absolutely. So, and again, I finally got to the point where I've been humble about this all year and like saying, we're good, we're better. And I'm just tired of people disregarding this run. Mm-hmm. There's no disregarding anymore. We're a good team. Okay. I'd actually argue that we're the better team going into this. I know Will thinks that's crazy a little bit, but I do think we're the better team because we've won the close games. When it matters and it counts, we win the close games. We have won 9 away games this year. I'm just saying. You can go ahead and be down on the Patriots, say that this was a lucky run. No, there's no such thing as lucky runs. You play the teams in front of you, and you got to win them. You're in the NFL for a reason. You're a great team, a great player, or whatever you got to go against. We're here for a reason. I'm confident going into this game.
Okay. Well,
Short sign of a lack of confidence is arguing people who aren't even here. No one's saying these things here, but no. Plenty of people are doubting us, and I understand where Jake's coming from. I think we're going to run the ball. I think we're going to run the ball and play great defense. I'm still waiting for the bad Darnold to show up. He might not show up. And so if he doesn't show up, but I like our matchups, man. This entire game is going to come down to one matchup, and that is between Jackson Smith and Jigba and Gonzo.
Yeah.
I
like that matchup.
That will determine this game. Whoever wins that matchup probably wins this game because trust me, they got other good players. They got other guys who could make plays. You know, I'm a fan of Shaheed. He's going to be out there. You got to watch him. He can stretch the field. Been a big fan of Walker. He helped me win a fantasy league one year. So their team. That's the part I disagree with Jake. Like he said, no, their team at least has more talent than ours. And while our defense has played great in the playoffs, their defense was great most of the season. So I mean, ours was good, but their defense was statistically a little better. It's gonna be tough, man. Look, that's a tough team over there. I like that team. If they had a quarterback that I trusted, not to say that I don't trust Darnold at all. I trust him more than I did this time last year. That's for sure.
Okay,
but he's the only question mark on that team. I think the rest of that team, I think their offensive weapons are better than ours, and I think. Just defensively, they have maybe it's more names, but they have an athletic defense. Those corners, I love those corners on that team. Their whole secondary is pretty good, honestly. Look, the way to beat them is to keep Jackson Smith and Jigba and them off the field. So we're gonna run the ball and play defense. That's like it seems as basic as it can get, but that's how we're gonna win this game. Is to run the ball and play defense.
So you want a low scoring game from your point of view.
I don't see. I'm not saying it's impossible for us to win a shootout. I just don't like our chances in a shootout because I think their weaponry. I think their weaponry is a little better.
Got you. Okay.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Well, welcome to the show, Metal Watt here, and also welcome to the show, Carter, who is our Seahawks fan. And quick disclosure. Carter,
what up, Carter?
Is Parker's best friend, so he's like a son.
How y'all doing?
Therefore, you will not be mean to Carter, and I got his back. That's why I have on.
Hey, I'm glad you told us. You bring in a Seahawks guy. This could have went anyway, but he's Parker's people's. He good with me then.
That's right. That's right. So what's up, Carter? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to this Sunday.
Yes, I had Carter on BS and Beer Media when the Saints played the Seahawks. He was pretty confident, and they won, of course.
And my score prediction was pretty good. I'm just saying,
damn good. Yes, it was pretty good. Now I'm bringing you on this week to talk to these two bums who are Patriot fans. All right, and I need you to have the same confidence that you had versus the Saints. Okay, Carter? Like, there will not be any difference here, Carter.
Now, see, that's where you're wrong because
Carter.
You're talking about the Saints and the Patriots. These are not two teams on the same level.
You're terrible, Carter. You're terrible. All right. The Seahawks enter this game as the favorites. They are minus 230 money line favorite there, and a 4.5 point favorite by the points there. The defense has led the NFL in points allowed, 17.2 points per game, finished first in total defense and 285 yards per game, with the league high plus 23 in the turnover differential. Now with Drake Maye, coming in, looking pretty good, great season, 4,000 plus yards, 31 touchdowns, but he's been vulnerable under pressure. 15 playoff sacks they've given up. And Seattle's front seven is led by Leonard Williams, who I believe had 12 sacks this season, Carter. How do you feel about your defense going up against Drake Maye?
That's why we'll be running.
I think Drake is a really, really good quarterback. He's had a really great season. I'm really impressed. I got to give him all the credit because I mean I knew he'd be good, but I didn't think he'd be. I mean, at worst, he's going to be the MVP runner-up. But I also I was listening beforehand, and I do think that we have a lot of top down, top to bottom on that D line, on in our linebackers. We've got guys that, you know, you probably have never heard of. They'll come in and they'll step up and they'll make a play. I mean, it's just, and then even besides that, I mean, you've got DeMarcus Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, Jerron Reed. I mean, we've had such a good D line and such good pressure.
Ernest Jones.
Ernest Jones, goodness. I mean, what a trade. He's the leader of that defense, and it was such a great acquisition last year. But I do think that Drake Maye is a good quarterback, and they've got a good offense. I was listening, and I think the run will be really important for them to get established. We've had a good run defense, but we've also had some people be able to kind of expose it a little bit. It's especially a team with two good backs. That's been our biggest weakness, is a team that they will, pound and ground with one, and then they'll just throw in their other while our defensive line is kind of gassed.
Right.
I still have confidence in my D line for that, but I definitely think coming in here with two running backs who are both very good running backs will definitely benefit.
Okay.
We also
you're showing them too much love, man. You're showing them too much love, Carter. But
No,
I like
I'm just
he ain't trying to get jumped. Listen.
I'm just trying to show respect.
Absolutely.
Nah, don't
It's
show
gonna be a
respect to
mutual
these
respect,
bums.
bro.
You heard what Dale called them?
Yeah.
Two bums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Two bums. Two
Those
bums.
are
You'll
changes,
freaking
man.
lose.
Hey, Carter, the two people talking ain't sniffed a bowl in decades. Like, it's been forever. So don't listen to that.
It's fine. I mean, I was in Foxborough last year when the Seahawks beat them, so.
Ooh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah, we're ready.
listen.
So another thing, out of the jumbo set, we have been dominating in the last couple of games of the season and the playoffs. It has been a show. Stevenson has been going crazy, and actually Trayvion's been pretty good too. Stevenson out of the jumbo set is like 3 yards above his average yards per carry. He's at like 9.8 or something like that per carry off the jumbo set.
It talks about Stevenson during the season was maybe, in terms of the number one guy, he can't be that.
Too many
But
fumbles. But he's balling.
Experience in this situation has paved the way for Henderson to kind of be able to ease on a little bit better than, Stevenson being a bum the whole year. And now Trevion has to be the guy every game to produce. So shout out to Stevenson. Like you said, shout out to both running backs for being who they've been this year to this offense. You know what I'm saying? And giving this offense extra opportunities when they need them.
Let's talk about the Seahawks offense. Will talked about his doubts for Darnold, but hey, he's posted 105 passer rating with 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, leading the Seahawks to the NFC's best record, and of course JSN shattering franchise records.
Hold on. I'm paying attention now. I was in the crib getting stuff situated because I just got in. My man does not have on
Come on, man.
Arkansas Seahawks jersey.
I explained this already. I explained it already.
What?
I explained it already.
I didn't hear you explain it. That's what I said. I just came in the crib. Hey, I got my camera off. I'm getting shit ready in my crib. I just got off work. I didn't hear you explain the Seahawks.
It's because our guest is a Seahawks fan and he didn't want him to be alone.
He would rather be alone.
No, coach is right. He's trying to join his organization.
This is also Carter is also Paca's like best friend, so it's the whole thing.
Yes, that's what it is.
I got that. Paca's best friend thing. I heard that.
Continue my little stats. JSN, 1,700 plus receiving yards, 12 touchdowns. How do you feel? How confident are you in Darnold and his connection to JSN and their ability to put up points on this Patriot defense?
Man, JSN gets open. I think Gonzo's a really good corner. I personally think he might be a little overrated, but very good, very good. But I think I think JSN finds a way to get open regardless of the defense. And I think when JSN doesn't get open, it's usually because the defense is scheming towards that, which allows our other guys to get open. When it comes to Darnold, I have confidence. I don't think that he is that player that was seeing ghosts. I think
You remember who made him see those goals, right?
I'm aware. And that was Kyle Van Noy. I don't think Kyle Van Noy's been on y'all's defense for a minute. He's a Raven.
Doing podcasts.
He ain't coming through that door.
But no, I think we've got a good receiver room. I really wish Torrey Horton was still healthy, but I mean I've always liked Rashid Shaheed, so that was great trade. Love that midseason acquisition. Cooper Kupp has really stepped up in these playoffs. I like AJ Barner, our tight end. I mean, I really like our whole offense. Just the way that they feed off of each other, and the way that K9 has stepped up in these playoffs is really, really beneficial.
He has really stepped up. Is the other running back under contract next year? They got him the same year, right?
No, Charbonnet is still under contract. K9 is not for next year. But Charbonnet, he has a torn ACL right now. So
yeah, I got you. Okay.
But I do like Kalani, our other running back, who is he just came off of IR and kind of stepped into that second spot.
Got you. All right, Carter. Well, this is the time we need a prediction for the Super Bowl. Give me a score. What you think's gonna happen, bro?
He don't even believe you about to say.
Come on, man. People trying to place bets, bro.
Man.
They're trying to play them right now. Jesus.
Yeah, they're trying to place the bets. Bro. Come on.
I'm gonna go
Patriots.
That's funny.
Yeah, no way.
I'm gonna go 24-21 Seattle. I do think it'll be a good game.
Ooh, not covering.
Nope, I don't think. I think New England's gonna cover, but
okay. All right. One last time round for Carter. Anybody got any questions or comments for Carter here before he gets out of here?
Nah, Kupp's gonna have to have a big game to win this game. I think Cooper Kupp's gonna have to have a big game because I think JSN will get hit. He'll have some moments, but he's gonna have a struggle over there with the overrated Gonzalez. Yeah.
Hey, but if you're guarding JSN and Kupp, watch out for Shaheed.
Oh yeah, no. I'm looking forward to see, do they give Gonzalez help or do they leave him on an island?
But Gonzalez, y'all don't have him follow. He doesn't follow.
Will, you know the answer to this, bro. It's the championship game. And if we know anything about championship games, you may know a bit more than me. I mean, in terms of team, the star receivers are going. Gonzalez going to go straight up against that motherfucker. And if JSN is that guy, then in the Super Bowl, where usually the top receiver guys don't really go crazy, then he'll go crazy. But I expect a mediocre middle game. If he goes wild, I still think the Patriots don't, double or any of that. I think, they're going to roll the dice. I think Christian Gonzalez is good enough to where he can hold his own against JSN.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to leave him on an island. I'm being honest, but I think we match up good with the wide receivers because Gonzo's going to have topside help with Woodson and Hawkins. Carlton Davis can be fine dealing with Cooper Kupp. I think he's going to get burned sometimes, maybe even get a flag or two. but I think he matches up well with Cooper Kupp, and then we have our own speedster in the slot that can help out with Shaheed and Marcus Jones. So I think we match up great defensively wise with them, and I think our defensive line's just a smidgen better to be able to get pressure with Seattle's offensive line. So I think it's going to be a tough to score, but you're right. But Carter's absolutely right. JSN just knows how to get open. So there's going to be plays where he gets us, but it's not going to be easy like it's been.
All right.
I don't think they give him help. They're gonna see what he's about.
Bad time to find that out.
Good luck with that.
That's time. That's time to find that out. The reason why I say no help is because it's not like he can get open deep. I don't think he's as scary deep against Gonzo.
Yeah. Okay. Carter, appreciate you dropping by, giving us your thoughts.
Thank you for having me.
Go Seahawks. Beat the
Go see
Patriots.
Pickens.
We'll
Don't-
see you next Monday, right? We'll see you next
Don't let
Monday
me down,
night, right?
Carter.
I hope it's a good game. I mean, I'm obviously, rooting for the Seahawks, but I'm, it could go anyway. So
Yeah.
Hope we see you Monday.
You're smoking a cigar on camera and letting these Patriot fans know who the champ is, bro.
I mean, if that happens, might turn my camera on, get all my gear out. I mean, I got
I
it.
dig it.
There
I
we
can
go.
dig it.
There we go. Appreciate you, Carter.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks for coming, man. Have
All
a
right,
good
man.
Bye.
All right, that was Carter, ladies and gentlemen.
Sea chickens, not the sea chickens.
That's right. All right, so we will get to some Super Bowl props here in a few, but let's talk some NFL news and rumors first. The Arizona Cardinals have hired Mike LaFleur, previously the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams, as their head coach. What do you guys think about this hire?
Nah, I'm surprised it wasn't. I thought it was Matt LaFleur. I was like, oh, there's the mic.
There's a Mike. I don't know
The
if they're
Mike LaFleur.
brothers, cousins, what the deal is, but yeah. They're coming from both coming from McVay, so there you go.
They're not all related, Dale. Come on. No, yeah, if he's coming out of that tree, I mean, he knows offense, so.
Yep. All right. And the Las Vegas Raiders have reached an agreement to hire Klint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks, as their head coach. I'm surprised by this move. He's been an offensive coordinator, calling plays 2 years in a row. One year for the Saints, this year for the Seahawks, and now he gets to go to the Raiders. Yeah, we'll see.
Nobody wanted that job.
Oh, nobody wanted it.
Clint was the man to step up. Is he going to stay? Is he still going to coach? He's going to coach the bowl, right, and then go?
Yeah.
Being a hot assistant, obviously on the offensive side, we know that the Raiders do have a few offensive pieces, and that's probably what they're bringing them in for. In the league of offense, you want to bring somebody in that can kind of maybe hem you up. So the way the Raiders are predicting this is that we get Mendoza, we get Kubiak. Offensively, we'll be better. We'll be able to sell more tickets. We'll be in more games. Hey, maybe we'll win some more games. I think it's offense first for this Raiders team. Though it should be defense first, but hey, it's the Raiders, so at least they're thinking.
All right. And the Denver Broncos have promoted quarterbacks coach / passing game coordinator Davis Webb to offensive coordinator. I remember this guy playing quarterback in the NFL after some quarterback got hurt, and he was trash. And now he's coaching.
Now he's coaching the offensive system, but you got to remember, though, who he's under. You got to remember who he's under.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember that guy's going to help him out extremely. It's going to help him out. Sean Payton's going to help him out good. So it kind of still feels like he has a bib on in the sense. So we're really not going to see the true, it'll still be Payton being Vince McMahon, running the regime. But at the same time, he's the person that has his name on the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take.
Okay. Gotcha. The San Francisco 49ers have hired Raheem Morris, the former Falcons head coach, as their defensive coordinator.
Good hire. It's a good hire.
Yep, we saw Robert Saleh go to the Tennessee Titans, the former defensive coordinator for the 49ers. And he has hired Gus Bradley as his defensive coordinator in Tennessee.
That was just a weird hire. Like, why? A defensive coach just didn't work there, left, and blew up. Is that the plan then? He's just going to tank. He's going to suck while he's there, do his best, have people give him another job somewhere. But, like, he's already been through the circuit. I don't understand this move.
Saying coaches shouldn't get a second chance?
No, I'm saying I don't know why he chose Tennessee.
Oh, I mean, that was the job that was open. And
there was other jobs, is what I'm saying. Like, there was other jobs. I just,
Brown.
I'm just saying a defensive coach in Tennessee just didn't work there. Like, just now, recently.
I got you.
But yeah. Shout out. I hope the best for him. He's a great defensive coach. So,
the Baltimore Ravens plan to hire Anthony Weaver, coach, as defensive coordinator. Anthony Weaver.
not Lynn, not Anthony Lynn.
Not Lynn. It's Weaver. Weaver.
Sure.
My other guy. Anthony Lynn is one of my guys. Anthony Weaver's my other guy.
I don't even know what that whole debate between y'all was about. I just saw it and was like, these two old guys fighting. It reminded me of that meme with the two old guys who fell off the stage. Yeah, that's what it seems.
Two bums.
Yeah. Two bum bets.
Sorry,
me and coaches start a show to just argue about crap,
Get off it. And just call it the Get Off My Lawn podcast.
Yeah, Get Off My Lawn podcast. There we go. All right. So just to make sure everybody knows about the rest of the hires, John Harbaugh been hired with the Giants. Baltimore Ravens have hired Jesse Minter. Atlanta Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski, and the Steelers have hired Mike McCarthy, and the Bills have hired Joe Brady for their head coach position.
Who got Stefanski?
This is the Falcons.
Oh, Falcons got Stefanski.
Yes.
That's just a whole bunch of weird hires. But hey,
the one that absolutely made zero sense to me was Joe Brady with the Bills. It's like you guys got rid of McDermott so you could try something new and see if something else could work, and you just hire your offensive coordinator.
Nah.
Come on.
This is why Buffalo. This is why Buffalo made it, Jake. But I do agree with you in a sense.
This is why Buffalo is going to be a failed organization continuing.
And you're getting on that. That's a train. That's the train that you're riding, and I agree with that. That train's going to ride, but you got to realize why maybe Joe was hired. Besides the fact that he was already in-house. Bill's got a problem here. Bill's got a multi-million-dollar stadium about to be built.
Yes, sir.
They're paying this quarterback, Josh Allen, $300 million. Who knows if they got money to sign anybody else? So why are you going to go get a primetime coach for him? You're going to get somebody that you can pay cheap under the dirt until he can prove himself as a head coach. And that takes time. So if he's at least consistent, which is not what the Bills want. The Bills want a Super Bowl. They're not going to get it. But let's see how he progresses as a coach to see if he ends up having the Bills pay more for him at some point. Right now, it's good for both because Joe wants to be a coach. And the Bills are like, okay, well, you know the system. We don't want to go out and hire nobody. We don't want to do interviews with people that we don't really know. We'll stick with you.
Here's
Because you're
the
cheap.
thing. Here's the thing. I think the Brady hire made sense.
No, it didn't. Ultimately.
Let me explain why. What was the problem with that team? It wasn't the offense. The problem with the team was the defense, and McDermott's a defensive coach. So you are changing to something new. You're just changing within house because. So here's the thing: the one weird thing about getting rid of McDermott that people were worried about was Josh Allen kind of likes him. Well, if you replace him with the guy in house, Josh Allen's not going to be as bothered by that. You're replacing him with his offensive coordinator. The offense was the best part of that team.
Also, I mean, don't rule out the fact that Josh Allen may have went upstairs and like, hey, look,
I want
I
Brady.
don't care what you do with the head coach. I want to make sure Joe Brady stays here.
Yeah, that move seems like a move that we don't have to overhaul our entire offense. We could just keep it what it is. And this also makes Josh happy because we're still keeping one of his guys in here.
Yep.
Makes perfect sense, actually.
Yep.
So
like I always say, man, when you're a defensive mind and they hire you and your defense is the problem,
you got to go.
You ask, what is it that you do here?
Yeah, what exactly do you do here?
Yes.
Gotta go.
Because you're not running this offense, bro.
Yeah. I like the Brady move.
Yeah. So, all right, Toke. Help me about some interesting Super Bowl props.
Interesting Super Bowl props. I'll go with the not interesting, but these ones probably will hit. First off, I think Sam Darnold to throw an interception currently 132 on FanDuel is one that everybody should be hitting on. Wow. Sam's gonna give you one, and he hasn't really given you. He hasn't given you one. He didn't give you one last week, I don't think. But he's gonna end up giving you one. He's gonna give you one, and in the bright lights Super Bowl, the ghost is gonna come out at least one time in this game. Him to throw an interception. Another here. You talked about K. He talked about K9 earlier. Carter. Kenneth Walker. Nice name, fam. Anytime touchdown. Right now, 165 at Fanatics. He's been able to hit the end zone. He's been able to offensively carry this run attack with Chardonnay out for the rest of the playoffs. I honestly don't think Seattle works good with just a one running back guy, but he's been holding it down. And
he's been looking good, bro.
I expect with the receivers probably being a little bit mediocre from Seattle, I think Kenneth's going to cash in.
What's mediocre about the receivers?
Another sneaky prop.
Wait, hold on, dude. Now Sam Darnold has not thrown an interception this playoff season, right?
No,
that means he's due. That means he's
due.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, he was top 3 in the league this season in interceptions, though, and at some point he was the leader.
Okay.
In interceptions. So I think he's gonna throw one.
He had a 4-pick game this year. So yeah, he's due.
All right.
I believe the tight ends will be supreme in this game. I feel like both of these QBs, and I always say, if you're a QB, the best security blanket is a tight end, and both of these guys use their tight ends effectively. I expect AJ Bonner and Hunter Henry to have receptions out the ass. Hunter Henry's receptions at 3.5 right now. AJ Bonner's is over 2.5. That one of them going to hit, and if not, both of them. I think, like I said, both QBs are going to rely on the tight end to keep possessions open, keep opportunities to either increase the scoring of a game or to just be able to score, get in field goal range, whatever it is. So both tight ends, Took, Fields, depend on your bet slip. Riley's receptions. If you want to take one of them to hit, I think Hunter has a better chance to hit on a
You got to catch the ball.
You
got to have the ball thrown to him.
Yes.
He dropped 2 passes last week.
You bet on Duke? Pop freaking Douglas. They gonna throw the damn ball to Pop Douglas.
If he's open. He should have
get him the damn ball.
And like I said, we'll go through a few more of these. And like I said, on Wednesday night, we'll have more prop bets. And everybody has any prop bets they've been looking at during the week, feel free to chat them down in the STWF.
Bring your bets.
STWF.com, wherever you want to show them out. Yeah.
Bring your bets.
Sacks. Pressure. Pressure is going to be key in this game. What team can develop more pressure on the QBs? I'm gonna lean on the Patriots side of the tune in terms of getting the Darnold. I think they can really get some good pressure on Sam Darnold. I like in this type of game. Leonard Williams plus 150 at seasons for a sack.
Okay, that sounds good. I can see that happening. Leonard Williams will get a sack. Yes.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, he'll get one.
Yes.
At least.
That's really good too. I like that one.
You got to parlay these, man.
Yeah, definitely gotta parlay them. We'll see if Tuke got any more.
My fault. I was talking to my daughter. She's over here asking if I need anything from the store. Yes, I do. I have one more here, and Christian Gonzalez is going to be very heavily talked about in the Super Bowl, from defending Jansen to this overall. He's going to be active. So when it comes down to tackles and assists, he's over 5.5. That's a good number, considering what we think is going to happen in this game. You know, the target and all that. So he has multiple opportunities to either shut a guy down, or even if Jansen or another receiver gets the ball, to be able to get to him and put him down. So 5.5, Christian Gonzalez, another good prop bet to explore for your betting guys and girls.
I like that one. Okay. Well,
we'll have some more on Wednesday night, you know, of course, to go along with predictions and all that. Super Bowl week.
Definitely want to do the national anthem, like who's singing the national anthem.
Oh, national anthem, Gatorade.
Gatorade color.
All that.
Yes, we're gonna do all that.
Purple. Gatorade purple.
So,
Tom Brady
right.
Gatorade.
Any final thoughts on the Super Bowl here before we move on to the next subject?
This one thing to look into the Super Bowl, one thing to look at in this game,
all right,
is that both of these guys, of course, this season have gone through a lot of, you know, the talking to yak. More Drake Maye during the playoffs, more Sam Darnold just personally, you know, in life.
Yeah.
The way he came up to come to this game.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be interesting because both of these guys are entering environments that you want to go to as an individual, as an adult, as a professional player. It's going to be interesting how both of these quarterbacks really lock in to the Super Bowl.
Right.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Drake Maye, after a sluggish postseason, I think he's going to go hand. But he has to go on the field and show that. So.
All right.
Wait, right quick. Coach of Seattle, has he been to any bowls as a coach or player?
I can't even tell you what the guy
Mike
named.
McDonald? Let's check. I'll check for you.
He's a new coach. His first year.
Yeah. I asked because I kind of feel like we got a little bit of an advantage with Vrabel being our coach. He's like, he hasn't been here as a coach,
he's
but
more
he's been here.
For sure. Yeah.
No, but not even just as a coach. He's been here as a player. He knows what to expect from these games and how he was coached when they won. And he's going to be able to do that for the team. So I think we got a little advantage of coaching.
And I know he never made a Super Bowl, but he did coach in an AFC championship.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, as a coach.
Great.
Yeah.
He's the 19th different coach in league history to make the Super Bowl in either his first or second season with their initial coaching job. Joins the ranch of John Ranch, who led the Oakland Raiders to Super Bowl II. And Nick Sirianni 3 years ago that led the Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl. So in those cases,
and we don't count Sirianni.
Okay.
5 coaches in league history have gone to the Super Bowl in their first season as a head coach. Last being Jim Caldwell in 2009. So a lot of history in him being in the Super Bowl. In terms of Super Bowl, he has not been in one.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we will see how this all shakes out, and we will have our picks officially in on Wednesday during the Parlay Perspective.
I got my picking already, dog.
Yeah.
Lynch, baby. Lynch is gonna run that ball from the 1, baby, and show y'all. Charles,
Tuke already saw my parlay I made too.
Oh, okay.
Riveting.
Yes, I did.
Cool.
Jake's in the money.
I'm not telling you. Why would I tell you guys? Tuke's the only one that needs to know.
Who asked? Nobody asked.
You did.
I said riveting.
You always ask. You want to know.
No. Genuinely don't care.
No, you care.
Okay. Whatever helps
All right,
you
East
sleep,
West Shrine Bowl happened last week, and it ended up with the West team winning the close game 21-17 over the East. The offensive MVP was Mark Gronkowski.
They're multiplying
from Iowa. Yeah.
They're multiplying.
Completed 7 of 10 for 86 yards and added 20 yards rushing.
Yeah, he showed strength in the pocket, definitely in the game. I seen clips of it, and you know he was able to do some things in the pocket that elevated him in this ball game right here. Now, will the elevator stop? Of course. And the draft, we're talking about QBs not wanting to play for the Jets, and this QB regime here may not be good. It could be awesome for a guy like Gronkowski. Just get the experience and maybe be a Jet. Maybe it's not bad to be a Jet. Maybe he'll end up a Jet.
Hey, he's gonna work real hard to be a tight end in the NFL. Good job.
The defensive MVP name is Mason Reiger, defensive end from Wisconsin. He dominated with a relentless motor, recording 3 sacks in the game. So Wisconsin edge.
Yay.
I mean,
hey, you had to shine a will. From Florida, Trey Smack, the kicker, connected on a 57-yard field goal. That's a nice name too, Trey Smack.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Pass me that smack.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to smack a bitch?
All right, but not only did we have the East-West Shrine Bowl last week, we had the Senior Bowl as well, where the American team defeated the national team 17-9. Low-scoring game, defensive dominated affair. The offensive MVP is Garrett Nussmeier from LSU.
It's the Nutman.
And he's got the Saints hat on, you know, so he knows where he's getting drafted to. He knows.
This is awful.
He started off for the American team, went 5 of 8, 57 yards. He led some touchdown drives on the first 2 possessions, and he scored a rushing touchdown on a well-executed zone read. So,
yes, sir. Hey, a guy that was hitting airwaves after the Senior Bowl. D3 player, Cary University's own Tyron Montgomery, who was actually a former walk-on at LSU. He was a former basketball player. Ended up some things happening. Ended up going to Houston, I think, and then ended up D3, and he showed his ass off in the Senior Bowl this weekend, doing some great things. And people are saying that he's sneaking through the ranks right now. As early projected as between 3rd and the 4th round.
I love how Dale just glossed over that. He only Nuss threw 8 passes and still threw a pick. Get this bum out of here.
Hey.
Get this bum out of here.
He was MVP. There you go.
You could have jumped over that bar. That's not a high bar, bro.
Young's the other defensive MVP is his name is Young. I forgot his first name. Dang on it. But he boosts his stock with the high motor. Scouts see him as a potential 2nd to 3rd round edge player. So this is a kid out of Missouri. So
Zion Young, defensive lineman.
There we go. Yes. SEC.
He forgot his first name because he put the name Zion out of his brain. He's like,
I didn't have it here. You know, that's all. I had Young. So yeah. But that's your defensive MVP. I'm sorry, that's your MVPs for the Senior Bowl there. And we'll see how this translates into draft stock. So there we go. All right. So with that being said, we've got any other thoughts here or things about Super Bowl, anything else coming up?
What?
Before we wrap this thing up?
Hold on, wrap what up? The show?
Yes.
Last week on Monday, right?
Yeah, this is the last Playcall Sheet show. No, it's not. We'll have one more Playcall Sheet. We'll have the Super Bowl wind down. We'll give Dale another week, you know what I'm saying, a party on it. And we'll move from the Playcall Sheet to the parlay perspective, starting on Mondays. Yes.
And make that man talk basketball every Monday.
February 16th. February 16th.
Can't wait.
Parlay perspective on Mondays, Wednesday nights, starting on the 18th would be the Playcall Sheet.
Yeah, Dale, it's time to get excited. The most exciting time of the year is right around the corner. March Madness.
Get
Let's go.
excited.
Yes.
Get excited.
Listen, no, this is not how this show can end tonight. Not.
What you mean?
What's wrong with
One more topic that was in the news this weekend, and it's the Rooney Rule. The NFL is saying that they're going to reevaluate the Rooney Rule. They said there's more work to do.
This should be a quick topic. It's race related.
They think they have become a more diverse league across every platform, but we still have more work to do. So what are you guys' thoughts before we head out tonight on the NFL looking to evaluate the Rooney Rule? If anybody doesn't know what a Rooney Rule is, hey, bring a mocha latte to the interview. We'll interview it. That's what it stands for. So yes, guys. Any thoughts on it?
The actual rule is that you gotta give minorities. Was it at least one? Is it only just one?
Interview at least one minority candidate for the head coach.
So,
yes.
And they're saying, look, what's the problem with
the big reason why the Rooney Rule came into effect in the first place? I mean,
guys
of course,
not getting a job.
help more minorities get the job, but it came by because Mike Tomlin did such a good job in interviews, and he was not really in consideration for a head coaching job, but he wowed people in interviews. And so the thought was, you know what? Let's get more of these guys just in front of these owners. Let them talk to them, and just see what happens. We just want to give them the opportunity to interview. And so that's what's been going on. Now we know what happens with a lot of these openings that come on. They start interviewing the same, 2 or 3 black guys who we know ain't gonna get the job. And honestly, it's like sometimes it's really not even a reason to be interviewing these. Like, it's not a hot name. Like they didn't do something last year. It's just we got to interview somebody, so we're gonna interview that guy, and that's where I have the problem with it.
I also think the rule lets teams hide because the rule makes it so, like you said, you could bring in the same couple black guys who are not going to get the job in the first place. But when you don't hire those same couple guys, it doesn't look crazy in the media to anybody. They're like, oh, well, they brought him in and that guy, like, it hasn't been working out with him for a lot of teams. So, it's not a big deal. Whereas if you didn't have the rule, we could flat outright point, hey, you guys didn't even, we have social media now. The rule's meant to hold them accountable, but social media will hold them accountable. If you don't bring in any black candidates, even without the rule, everybody's going to be like, that's weird. You should probably, try to see if, anybody can get this job, not just one guy. But I don't mind with them doing away with it as long as they're ready to bring it back if it goes the other way. Because if we see a hard turn in the other direction and we go back to the old ways, then yeah, maybe.
I think it's going to be changes to the rule and not like just totally going away from the rule.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand at all why there's a rule at all. And I agree with you guys. Dale, you have mentioned it, like, it's just bullshit, honestly. Like, and it's not even like the black card, the white card, and all that. Like, we could talk about that all day. But what I say is, you have a team, organization. Last time I checked, you can hire whoever the fuck you want to hire. Why you in interview? Like, now you interview, you get into whoever you want. Like, you put out an application and, and this is here. Like, hey, if the person don't want to interview with you because you're black, hey, you're not going to stop looking for jobs. You're going to keep looking for jobs. Eventually somebody's going to hire you. I think the issue is they want to see more black faces and shit on television. They want to see more black coaches in the NFL, for instance, because you go to the NBA, you see a lot of them there. You go to MLB, you might see 1 or 2, but
they just want everybody to have an opportunity.
Yeah, but why are you seeing so many in the NBA? Why?
You're seeing so many in the NBA because a lot of those guys are targeted, and a lot of those guys in the lights experience have connections or coach people in that environment?
The answer to that question, Dale, is very easy. Is because
You
that's
can throw the overall answer.
The basketball is far more dominated by black folks. Far more.
I mean, it's been football. You look at the same kind of metrics. I mean, as far as the population of the players.
At any given time, though, but at any given time, at any given moment in the league, there's a bunch of great white players. That's not the case in the NBA.
If the
NFL they're all in the Celtics.
If the NFL predicated on the receivers, the best position in football, then this will be a different topic there. We'll be talking, but the QB's the predicate.
Right.
And through life, the quarterback, has been
a white
guy.
Yeah.
So this is why the NFL reigns supreme in that way, and it always will, because the quarterback, they say, is the prime position in the game. In the NBA, they talk players. So when you name players in the NBA, then that's where you go. Now it's different nowadays. You get a lot of those international talent and all that stuff coming in. But when you look at basketball, for the most point, those are those guys you look at. You look at the blacks, So I think that's the thing.
I mean, to me, it looks like most of the coaches in the NBA are former players at some point in time in the NBA.
That too.
Okay.
Big portion.
I don't know when the NFL turned, but it used to be that way. It was all former players.
Is it still kind of not, though?
If I'm not mistaken, Sean McVay never played in the NFL. I'm not
That's
saying
fine,
he's a
but
bad coach.
No. That's fine. But to be fair, he's kind of the exception to it because he's a prodigy.
He's Sean McVay. He's Eric Spoelstra, essentially. That's what he is.
Right. Not like Spo.
A cameraman can get his day. He get his shine a day. Like, McVay, ended up getting some coaching jobs through trees. And, he ended up being an extension of the tree.
Like, I feel like most of the coaches in the league right now, still, a lot of them have played at some point or on some level.
Okay.
Still. Now, are there a few? Obviously, yeah. But there's a few in both, in every sport, I feel like, who didn't play. They're just savants.
Did Stefanski play?
Probably.
Fair enough.
But maybe not.
I think there are more head coaches in the NFL that didn't play in the NFL.
I mean, it could be more, but I don't think it'll be by like an alarming amount where you're like, this is disproportional. Like, this is.
He played college football at the University of Pennsylvania. He was a defensive rookie of the year in the year 2000.
Who's this? Who we're talking about?
Kevin Stefanski.
Stefanski. College ball.
So he didn't play in the NFL.
He didn't play in the NFL.
Okay. All right.
He's a player, though. That's not really.
He ended up at Pennsylvania after he graduated. He was the assistant director of football operations. Then the next year, he ended up being the assistant to the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just connection. He had connection in terms of football. Somebody seen his talent. Being at Penn.
If you play D1, if you play D1, you're going to get an opportunity to coach at the D1 level. If you play D1. And then once you coach at the D1 level, if you're good enough, you're going to get a chance to coach in the NFL.
This dude grinded. Shout out to him. He grinded. We call him a piece of shit because, his stint in Cleveland, but he grinded. He during his stint in Minnesota from 2006 to 2019, he was the assistant to the head coach, assistant quarterback coach, tight end coach, running back coach, quarterback coach, intern offensive coordinator, and then he became the coach of the Cleveland Browns in 2020. So he definitely moved up the ranks on that team at least. He got to try every position out and
dues paid. Yeah, he coached everything. He was definitely
Mike McDonald did not play in the NFL either.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Zach Taylor didn't either.
Dale, I don't know. I love that you do.
None of that makes sense to me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like former nerds just coming in and becoming NFL coaches. Like
why,
it pisses
how do
me
you
off.
do this when you think like you find a few exceptions? Like, this point. You said what?
No, you hold on. But they play.
I'm just saying, like, if you play,
but did he play college football though? Did Zach Taylor not play football at all?
I don't know.
No, he was the quarterback in Nebraska.
Right. They play. They have some football experience. Like, they've been there to play. Like, it's not Pop Warner. It's not high school. When you look at their resume, it's not like, oh, Pop Warner player for 3 years and then there's no more resume. They played in college.
Okay.
Everybody's not expected to go to the pros, even as a player. They can't go to the pros as a coach.
Okay.
You lacking their intelligence then. They can't get smarter. You can't progress in jobs. You know, maybe this is why they got the Rooney Rule, because people feel like this, and this is why they're doing this interview process and shit. We just basically answered our own question about the Rooney Rule, basically. Just summing up the fucking bums you said that can't be coaches because they only play college football.
Yeah, well, you know, players like Dion getting head coaching gigs started bringing in more Hall of Fame caliber ex-players to become coaches, and we started seeing that more of a revolution in that way. And hopefully it starts taking more prevalence in the NFL. I think it will help the NFL have better quality head coaches.
You're not doing that bullshit.
Shout out to Dan Campbell when he got his head coaching job.
That's similar to Dion. That's similar to Dion.
What?
It's similar to Dion. Get a job.
No. I'm saying shout out to Dan Campbell for hiring ex-players to be coaches on his staff.
Hold on. Why did he hire ex-players though? The same reason why Dion did, because he was trying to fucking hide his coaching. The fuck?
Yeah.
What you saying?
Yeah, right.
What you saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
What you saying? Trying to hide himself. So he can't hide no more.
Wait, hide himself? Wait, what?
Trying to hide himself so he couldn't hide no more.
You just repeated it. If we didn't understand, just repeating it doesn't help.
Y'all didn't get. Hold on. Where the Lions at right now?
The Lions.
Where are the Lions at today?
Oh, the Lions.
They
They're
were
not the Super Bowl, right?
Watching.
Sure. Why?
Where were they at? Where the covers were over fucking Dan Campbell. Where were they at? What were they doing? When Aaron Glenn and the coach of the Bears were under the ship, what were they doing?
They were also not in the bowl.
No, it's not about bowl, but in terms of they were in the playoffs. They were contending. The Lions didn't contend. The Lions didn't make the playoffs this year. That's more what I'm saying.
I mean, but look, any team you lose to great coordinators is gonna hurt.
You can't salute a guy like Dan Campbell and then trash Deion Sanders. You can't do that.
What? Deion Sanders has had nothing but failure.
No, all I've said was these ex-players are getting head coaching jobs.
Yeah, and
then they're hiring more ex-players to be on their staff.
Took his arguing. No one said anything bad about Deion.
Yeah, I didn't say anything bad about anybody. I'm saying props to them for ex-players getting head coaching jobs. I like that.
Then you went with the Deion, like how he get one. Like, what the fuck? What you mean how he get one?
No, I didn't say how he got one. I'm saying he did get one. He was an ex-player. He started the whole revolution.
I don't think he did. I don't think he started the revolution of that. That's where my argument came with you with. When you said he didn't start it, there's been former players being hired for fucking ever. In colleges and shit. It's college, bro. It's college. It's high school. That's what happens in college high school.
What is going
they
on
go
right
hire these guys that used to go there to coach.
And there's also a big difference because I feel like there's a gap in being able to do it. The guys that are previous players that never made it to the NFL are guys that have been on coaching staffs in college already that move up to the NFL and then get a chance to be a head coach. The guys in the NBA, me personally, Chauncey Billups, Jason Kidd, JJ Redick, guys like that all get coaching jobs just because, oh, here you go, you were a great player. Maybe they did coach a little bit and I didn't know about it, but because I don't follow the NBA like that with the coaches. But most of these couldn't make it to the league guys have already started coaching and they've been coaching for 10 years. So they get to make their way up and get better at coaching instead of, moving around. A lot of these players that are ex-players, like for instance, Michael Vick, he's starting out in college. He's got a head coaching gig and he's working on it. And maybe eventually he could be a great, head football coach in the NFL. You got to get experience and learn and figure out the ins and outs of what it is to be a coach. And a lot of these guys that stopped playing at 22 got onto coaching staffs right away and are now in their 30s getting jobs in the NFL.
I just know, man. Some guys, some ex-players, they kind of just get, laughed at in regards to, getting an opportunity for even an interview to become a head coach. Honestly, like Dion got laughed at for Florida State, getting an interview for Florida State.
Because that's job. Yes, they haven't had recent success, but that's a prestigious school, and he had no coaching experience on the level. So I mean,
I agree. But then Phillip Rivers comes in, he gets a head coaching interview for an NFL team.
Right, but see, here's my problem. Why are those two things related in any way? Florida State
players.
That's why. Florida State made their own decision about Dion. That has exactly fuck all to do with what the coach do with their coach, or that has nothing to do with each other. Well, they're unrelated, other than they're both football and ex-players. That's the only relation they have. There's no correlation.
They had the rumors about Dion in Florida State because people know Dion went to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at that, now you're looking at that. And it sucks that you're looking at he went to school here, but then he did this and he did that and he's prime. So that's what colleges and high schools do. If they in a situation where they need to go do that, it's easy to go do that than going around and find a guru who's coached at this level for 90 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? College is like your way to kind of get in your feet into the game to prove that you can even coach at a level like that. Because there's some prestige coaches in college that can't coach on the NFL level. Not say coach, but can't win on the NFL level.
Yeah.
We won't say they can't coach. They just can't win on certain levels.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to go an hour, guys. I couldn't go 40 minutes. Sorry, guys.
All right.
But
anything else anybody got?
Nah, I'm good. Like, share, subscribe.
Okay.
Like, share, subscribe. I didn't like, share, subscribe tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I'll like, share, subscribe afterwards.
All right, cool. Well, we'll be back tomorrow for the chop up. Be sure as you check us out and bring a friend. We're going to have a good time on the chop up. And Wednesday, of course, we're going to be doing our picks for the parlay perspective. So come check us out. And this is what happens when we start debating this kind of crap.
Debating what? Debating what? What we supposed to do?
That's what happens.
Now we get everybody up. Have a good night, all.
Khalid, right. Mayday.
Man, fuck Vrabel.
Go Seahawks. Go Seahawks.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.